Joe, just talk about how your offense is just looks like it's falling apart on third down.
Well, you got to look at those third downs. I mean, there were a lot of third and longs. We're not playing good football.
Joe Flacco after last night's game. And look, I think that the Broncos went into the contest with the game plan that they needed offensively. Long drives, run the ball, tire out the Chiefs' defense. The Chiefs' defense had given up 180 rushing yards or more for 4 straight games. They got a touchdown. The Chiefs scored the next 10 points, and then it was 13-6 after the Mahomes injury. But I feel like after the Mahomes injury, because, look, after the injury, it was 1st and goal, and Matt Moore was putrid in those 3 opportunities to score a touchdown. I think the Broncos thought, forget about the game plan. We can just throw the ball, and we're going to win this game 27-13 or 24-13 or something like that. First play, Flacco gets sacked, loses the ball. Chiefs score a touchdown. It's 20-6, and I felt like they just decided throw the ball. The only problem is they couldn't block for Joe Flacco. He can't get away from pressure when the pocket collapses, and he had too many guys dropping passes. It was just a nightmare once they decided to abandon the run and focus on throwing the ball, Big Cat.
See, I don't even think it was a game plan thing. I think the Broncos' offense is just horrific. Just absolutely horrific. Troy Aikman said it during the broadcast. He said, this might be one of the worst offenses I've ever watched. They were 1-13 on third down. So, yes, Joe Flacco, you have a problem on third down. And I don't understand what the idea was going into this season. This was one of those things where when they traded for Joe Flacco, everyone to a person, like from the smartest analyst to the most casual fan said, what is going on here? Why do we think Joe Flacco is going to, reinvigorate your offense, put some life into this unit? It's just not there. It's not there.
He's entering his prime. Whoa. He's entering his prime. John Elway said he's entering his prime.
It's crazy to watch, and credit to the Chiefs' defense because they played a heck of a game, and I think there's always something to be said for having a star player get injured and having everyone else step up, and the Chiefs' defense being like, hey, you know what? We don't have Patrick Mahomes to bail us out of this one. We got to make some plays ourselves. But the Broncos, I do not understand what John Elway is doing. I actually think, Mike, did you see before the game Peyton Manning in his orange sweater standing on the sideline talking to Troy Aikman? That's your future, Denver. If you want, and I'm not talking about playing quarterback, I'm talking about being the president of football ops and heading up the entire operation, because this John Elway thing, since they've won the Super Bowl, and of course they won a Super Bowl, so you got to mention it, it has been real bad. I think they're like 13-27 or some ridiculous record. And this is a franchise, Mike, that you know all too well. They don't miss the playoffs 3 years in a row. They don't miss, they don't go under 500 3 years in a row. This franchise is a proud franchise that has always been one of the, excellent franchises that always consistently has a good team. And John Elway, whatever he's doing there, he's run out of the juice because his draft picks haven't been working, his quarterbacks haven't been working, and they're sitting here right now waking up when they thought maybe, hey, we'll go 3-4 because Patrick Mahomes got hurt, with a lot of questions and big questions in Denver.
Over the last 8 years, I have now done a 360 on the hiring of John Elway, because I remember when the Broncos brought him in, I said, you're making a mistake. This guy hasn't been groomed to be a GM. He hasn't been a scout. There's no other team that is clamoring to hire John Elway to do anything. It's just because of the connection to the Broncos, and they don't know what else to do, so let's bring in John Elway. Well, then he lures Peyton Manning to town, and I look like an idiot when they win the Super Bowl. But Big Cat, other than the Peyton Manning move, now he did draft Von Miller, 3rd overall, but it's not like that was a reach. But other than the Peyton Manning move at quarterback, it's been one mistake after another, whether it's a draft pick, whether it's a veteran that they trade for or that they sign. And to say that Joe Flacco was entering his prime, he was the only person. I agreed with you. Yeah, everyone was saying, what the hell are they doing, except for John Elway. And if they had an actual owner there in Denver, there's still a 3-person group of trustees that runs the team, and I don't think anybody's going to fire John Elway until they hand the keys to the franchise to one of Pat Bolin's children. He's got some immunity still, and the fans are just going to have to deal with it.
Yeah, he's still John freaking Elway. I mean, that's the problem when you hire your guy. It's hard to fire your guy.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights. From NBC Sports.